Hey, it's Dan from NV Auto. Today we'll be talking about front camber, specifically front camber on a Subaru. And here on the bench I have a front Subaru knuckle and a lower strut mount that I'm going to show you how to adjust the factory camber adjustment. And as you can see in the factory camber uprights, you have the top bolt which has an eccentric to it, and as you can see where the mark of this paint is, that is where the lobe is. And as this turns, it will actually move the knuckle inside the strut mount, allowing you to get camber. And at the bottom one, there's a non-eccentric bolt, and that just holds the bottom strut mount to allow it to pivot as the camber is being adjusted. So for front camber adjustment on a factory Subaru, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to loosen the nuts and move the upper eccentric bolt in order to get your camber. So I'm going to grab my ratchet here. So with this, you should be able to do it on a car, and you just loosen it just a little bit. I'm just going to tighten up just a bit. I went a little too far. And I'm just going to loosen up the bottom one. And so you want it just so that the upright is free. Once this car is actually on an alignment rack, this will actually hold the car in position, and it'll actually apply pressure on the strut mount here. So I'm going to use a ratchet and just move this eccentric and turn it, and if you can see from the paint mark, the actual the top upright is actually getting closer to the outside of the knuckle, and it just keeps spinning. You can see where when I'm turning the ratchet here, we are achieving more positive camber. The positive camber with the upright going this way and the knuckle coming far away from each other. And as we turn it the other way and apply pressure, you'll gain negative camber. And as you can see, you can just keep turning. That's all you're getting. So sometimes if a technician tells you that your camber is max, it means you either have maximum positive camber or maximum negative camber. There's nothing else you can do about it. So what can you do when you have maximum positive or maximum negative and you don't get the numbers you want to achieve? What we do is we put a aftermarket camber bolt. These are the SPC camber bolts that we put in a lot of vehicles. So what you want to do is you want to go on their website or go on our website and see what is the proper part number for the camber bolt you're looking for. And in this case, we'll be using a camber kit for a 14mm bolt. And I'll show you what's inside the kit, and I'll show you how to install it. So I'll show you what's included inside this 81260 box. This is the SPC camber bolt kit for a 14mm. It fits Subaru and anything else that has a 14mm bolt for an upright. You can use it in the front or the rear. On most Subarus that have MacPherson front and rear, they have 3 of the bolts for the camber adjustment on each side is actually 14mm, and the top one is much larger, but you can still use a camber bolt in there. So as you can see, what we have here is we have a package with a camber bolt and the washer with the tang inside and the locking nut. This kit should have a pair of bolts and the instructions on how to install them, French and English, and that's it. And it also gives you the torque specification for once you get them tight, and you gotta make sure you get 97, because these can back out if you do have impact on the track or you hit a curb really hard. So the proper way of installing these camber bolts in the front is actually on the lower bolt. As I said before, the upper bolt is much larger than 14mm, so you'll gain a whole lot more camber because you put it on the right, which I'll show you in a little bit. But the problem is there's a lot of movement in there, so that can knock the bolts out of adjustment, or it could actually break the bolt if you hit something hard enough. So in order to get this changed and put the new bolt in. You could actually do this inside the car. Unfortunately, this is where the wheel would be, so you could do it from the back of it. What I like to do is I like to install these while the car is on the rack, as well as with the alignment head still attached to them. That way you don't have to re-roll the car. So in order to take the lower bolt out without having the wheel collapse or losing your adjustment, what you want to do is you want to just make sure that the top nut is tight, and then you can start loosening the lower bolt. Once you get the nut out, then you can pull the lower bolt out without the wheel collapsing or without you losing adjustment. So then now we'll install the SPC camber bolt. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the tang on the washer is facing the right direction. You don't want it facing out towards the bolt, you want it inside. So what this does is this actually rides inside the gap that you have here, which allows you to adjust your camber with the lobe. So how to install it is you put it inside the bolt first, and we'll install it inside the knuckle and the upright. And if you just slowly install it, so one thing about installing it with the upper bolt still attached is that you could actually move this around so you could actually get the tang in. So now that the tang in, as you can see the resistance, and that's the resistance from the tang of the washer hitting up against the upright. And now we'll install the nut on the other side. So now that the nut on the lower aftermarket eccentric bolt is snug, what you want to do is you want to loosen the top nut of the upright. And as you can see, the movement on the lower strut mount. And so what that's doing inside is the cam is actually turning the knuckle, is moving the knuckle, as the tang of the washer is actually holding the upright in position. So after you have your camber set to the specifications you want, what you want to do is you want to tighten up the camber bolt, the camber nuts. So you want to tighten up the top one first, and you tighten that one up to factory Subaru spec, and the lower one you want to tighten it up to the spec the SPC gives you. And once that's done, you can move on to the next corner for your camber adjustment. Thanks for watching. Comment below, let us know what you think, and if you want to see more videos with technical information, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to pick up these camber bolts, check us out at nvauto.ca.